Welcome to another yoga fusion workout. Today's workout we're going to focus a little bit on weight loss. So we're going to get your heart rate up, we're going to do core, and as always flexibility. So today's all about you. I hope you love it. We're going to start in standing pose. In mountain pose, you're going to bring your palms forward, shoulders down and back. And I love to close my eyes when I start my practice and feel grounded into the floor. Your shoulders are down and back. So big breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth like you're making fog on a window. And if I could hear your breath, I'm listening. So big breaths in, big breaths out. Think of a little basket somewhere far away. Set everything that you're worried about in it and just be here and be right now. Let's bring some arms into your breath. So open your eyes and inhale, arms up. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw your elbows down and back. Inhale, arms up. You're going to hinge forward at your hips, so go ahead and make your knees soft. Reach forward all the way down to the floor. And now that you're here, nod your head side to side and nod your head up and down. Letting go of any stress that you might have in your shoulders and your head, and just relax and hold. Perfect. You're going to come forward with your hands on the floor, hands on your hips, and you're going to come up with a flat back instead of rolling up. That just helps protect your back just a little bit. Now I want you to swing your arms out to the side, over to the right and over to the left. And just let your head follow. So you're just warming up through your spine. We're just going to do two more. And then you're going to come back to the center. You're going to take another big breath in. Arms come up. Inhale. Draw your shoulders down and back again. So exhale. Inhale, arms up. And again, hinge forward at your hips. So when you're ready, reach as far forward as you can. Come forward back to that hanging pose, forward bend. And just nod your head side to side again, up and down. One more time, hands at your hips, pull your belly in, and come up with a flat back. Nice job. You guys, one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, elbows back. Arms up. And hinge forward at your hips, reaching all the way forward. You're going to hold here one more time, just flexing through that upper body and hanging with your upper body. Hold there. This time you're going to look out in front of you. Your hands are going to have you, and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me just a little bit. So you're going to come into plank. So your shoulders are down and back, your belly's up and in, and you're going to hold here for just a moment. Feel the strength in your arms and in your shoulders. Your elbows come straight back, and anytime you need to, you can always rest your knees on the floor as you come up into up dog. Inhale, arms up, and exhale back down. Inhale into plank. Squeeze your belly in and up towards your back and come into down dog. And this will be your first down dog of the day. So pressing your heels down into the floor, alternate those heels, pressing away from the hands, holding, and then come up onto the balls of the feet and down onto the heels. One more time, lift up and then lift down. Now your left leg is going to have you, your right leg is going to lift up toward the ceiling, and then your right leg is going to lift through. You're going to come up into a warrior one, and I'm going to face you into that warrior one. So from warrior one, right leg forward, left leg is back. Just want you to hold here, shoulders down and back. From here, come into warrior two. So hands have you here, right arm comes forward. Just hold and feel strong here. Reverse this, so your back arm is going to come down. Front arm comes up and over, lengthen, creating space between your ribs and your hips. And hold there, take a big breath in, and then exhale. Come back to warrior two. You're going to straighten through your front leg. You're going to tip forward with your right arm coming down, left arm coming up, and you're going to open toward the ceiling. And some of you may be able to drop that left arm further back. So open as far as you can, opening that chest. And then come up all the way over. So the left arm comes up and over. Reach, come forward. Hands are going to have you step back with that front leg, back into plank, chaturanga. Whatever that looks like for you is just fine. Come into up dog, inhale. Now ready? Come back, pulling your belly in first, back to down dog. Good. Take a couple big breaths here, in and out. Walk that dog again, pressing those heels to the floor. Your right leg has you. Your left heel lifts up to the ceiling as high as you can. Step forward with your left leg. And come into warrior one on the other side. Perfect. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Feeling like you're warming up a little bit. We're going to come into warrior two on the left side forward. Reverse that warrior. Come back. Good. You can look up toward the ceiling. You can look down over your shoulder. Back to warrior two. Hold. Reach forward just a little bit. Straight through that front leg. Tip forward. Bring the right arm up. Again, focusing on opening through the right shoulder and through the chest. And hold there. Bring the right arm up and over. Reach as far forward as you can. Continue to reach forward. Hands are going to have you. So right hand, left hand, come back into plank and hold here. Now before we do that same thing again, I want to get your heart rates up a little bit and just focus on your core. So I'm going to turn to your side. You're in plank. You can always be onto your knees if this is too much and come into cat curl. So that's an option for you. Or you're into plank, and if you want to, you can step side to side. Or you can bring your legs out and in 10 times. So totally choose whatever you guys want. 10, in, 9, 8, 7, squeezing that core in. We'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to step forward or you're going to hop forward. You're going to come into chair. So I'm going to face you into a strong chair pose. So heels are on the floor, shoulders again down and back. Just hold yourself into chair. Hands come forward. So while you're in chair, think of sneaking back just a little bit, because I'd love for your quads to be burning a little bit here. Over to your right side. Hold onto that right side. Perfect. Now, step back with your left leg. I don't want to hit the wall, so I'm going to adjust here. So, right side, step back, hold for 2 breaths. Come back to the center, take a big step in, back to chair pose, other side. So you're going to go over to your left, right leg steps back, over to the left side, hold here. And what you want to think about here is opening through that thoracic cavity. So elbows are back, hands close to the heart, twist up as high as you can toward the ceiling, rotate the hands back forward, take a big step in, have a seat in that imaginary chair. Awesome job, you guys. You're doing great. Big breath in, arms up, exhale back down, inhale up, hinge forward to your hips again, all the way down. Relax the muscles through the head and the neck. Hands have you one more time. Hop or step back into a strong plank position. Hold for just a moment and then lower yourself halfway down. Up dog if that feels okay for you. Inhale and then exhale back to down dog. Left leg has you, right leg lifts, but this time bend through your right knee and open through the hip. Circle through the right hip, lift and open. Do it again. Lift and open. Press away from the hands. Flex that back foot. Lift up to the ceiling. Draw the knee in. Take a big step forward. Back into warrior one. Perfect. Hold there. Little baby back bend. Come into warrior two. This will look very familiar because you just did it. Let's go back into a reverse warrior. Reach back. Inhale. And exhale. Straighten the front leg again. Reach forward. This time, see if you can reach toward the floor as you open through that left arm. Reach back. Reach back. Bring that left arm up and over again. Rotate forward. Hands have you. Come into a low lunge. We're going to warm up through your hip flexors. So just a little stretch here. Arms come forward. Up. Little baby back bend. Reach. Draw the arms down and back. Just bring the hands behind you. Maybe you can interlace your fingers together, and if you can't, it's totally fine. But just a little back bend. Reach back and hold. Nice job, you guys. Awesome. Hands come on the inside. Feeling strong again. We're going to come back into a plank. So hold here. This time we're going to come into a half plank. So your elbows have you. Shoulders down and back. Feel strong here as you tip one side and then to the other side. We're just going to do 8 tips. 7, 6, working into those obliques. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forward with the hands, so left hand has you, right arm has you, plank onto one side. So the left arm has you, left knee has you, lifting through the right hip. I just want you to reach up over your head and then bring the hand next to the head, next to your ear. Bring your right ear to your left knee and then extend the leg 5 times. 4, reach. 3, we're still kind of working into your obliques and into your core. 2, exhale on the way in, everybody. And then straighten through that front leg. See if you can touch that toe. We'll do 4 more. 4, reach. 3, reach. 2, and 1. Perfect. Come back into plank. This time, I'm going to come into a side view. So back into plank. Hold here. So if you've already done one side, we're going to do the other. We're going to come back into half plank. Hold here. Tip side to side. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can totally do this. Stay with me. Stay strong. And stay here. Climb back up onto those hands. Good. So if you are on the left hand, go on to the right side. I'm going to go back just so I can face you. You're going to hold, bring the arm up and over, lower that knee unless you feel really strong and you want to stay on your toes, and you can. Knee in, extend back out. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Hopefully you're feeling this right through your obliques. You only have 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now you're going to straighten the leg, reach for your toes. Ready? 5, reach. 4, reach. 3, how you guys doing? You all right? 2, you're almost there. 1, perfect. You're going to come onto all 4s for just a moment. I would like for you to bring your right hand just by your right hip and look up over that right shoulder. So think of lengthening up out of that left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Take a breath in. If you can hear my puppy, he wants to come in. That wouldn't work very good. Left arm comes back. Rotate. Look up over that shoulder and stretch through the back. Nice job, you guys. Okay, hands are going to have you. You're going to come back to down dog. You're going to take a step forward to the left and to the right. And take a big breath in. Arms come up. Inhale. Transitioning to our next little sequence. Relax your shoulders down and back. We're going to take a big wide squat. So your knees are going to be out over your toes. We're going to hold here. And we're going to work through your quads, inner thighs, and through your glutes just a little bit. So I want you to sit as low as you feel like you're comfortable. And we're going to gain some strength for this pose. So we're going to bring the arms forward. You're going to make fists. And you're going to exhale as you come back. You guys, this move is as powerful as your breath. So kind of wimpy breaths are not really going to cut it. But if you sink a little lower, make those fists and exhale. So good for thinking about gaining strength to overcome hard things here. So we're going to do something hard, so we're just gathering some strength. Let's do 5. Perfect. Okay, we're still staying here with the legs, but we're just going to reach over to the left, and you're going to reach over to the right, reach over to the left. So we have 8 more of these. Make this a little more fluid. So I just don't want you to feel rigid. I want you to feel kind of move with those shoulders. Stay as low as you can. Make sure your knees are coming right over your toes and just reach. 4, reach. 3, reach. 2, reach. 1. You're going to stay here because you're so strong. You're going to bring the arms forward. We're just going to press down 20 times. So you choose how low you want to go. You want to work harder, sink a little bit lower. If you want to work harder, lift one heel at a time. So that's just an option. If you want, you can lift both heels at a time and hold here. Wherever you are, let's stay for 10 more little presses down. 10, 9, 8, 7. You're doing awesome. A little lower. 6, 5, 4, 3. You can do this. Stay with me. Stay low. Bring your right elbow to the knee. Open the left arm. Look up to the ceiling. Left arm to the knee. Right arm comes up. Open to the ceiling. 2 more times like that. Reach and reach. Now reach up over the head. 5. Switch. 4, switch, 3, switch, you're doing great, 2, switch, 1, hands on the hips, straighten through the legs, you get to bend forward. That should feel good. Hinge forward at the hips, just relax, hands have you. You could even rest your elbows on the knees. But now I want you to think about side to side stretches through the inner thighs. One option is to press your knees side to side. Another option is to go a little lower and bring this into more of that martial art stretch. And I'll be honest with you, I have a hard time keeping my heels on the floor, but maybe you can. That's the goal. If you have any knee issues, you definitely want to stay here. One to one side, one to the other, and then you're just going to hang forward. Some of you will be fine on your hands. Some of you might want to sink onto the elbows. Hold here for 5 breaths. Just hanging, regrouping. 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Okay, since we're hanging forward, we're going to elephant walk. So you're going to bring your legs in just a little bit. You're going to walk forward, 2, 3, and then you're going to walk back. So why in the world would we do this? We're doing this because we want to increase blood flow to your pituitary to make you feel happy. So whenever you increase your blood supply to your brain, it releases those natural endorphins. So just walk forward with your legs straight, come forward, and then rock back. Little steps back. Perfect. Now hands have you, come back into plank. We're going to hold here, and then you're going to use all your muscles. You're either going to step up into a chair in a big squat. You're going to either jump, or you're just going to come up and bend through the legs. So your hands might have you, step back. You might do a push-up, totally up to you. Come up into a chair and jump. So we have 10 of these, and I'm going to go to the side. So please just go at your own pace, but here we go. Down, back, jump, up. So there's 1. We have 8 more to go. Please jump as high as you feel like you can go. And down, out, up, lift, down, up, out, lift. I want to cheat here, but I know you're watching me, so I can't. Let's do 3 more. Ready? Out, up, lift, down, up, out, lift, down, up, out, lift, hold, recover. Oh my gosh, you guys. Nice job. Awesome work. Big breath in, arms up. Little baby back bend. Exhale. Shoulders up and down. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some flexibility. So, one more time. Big breath in, arms up. And exhale. Come forward. Forward fold. Relax the muscles in your neck and in your head. And hold here. Have a seat on your knees and then on your bottom. All right, so you did amazing. Really good job. Now we're going to just focus into flexibility, which is my favorite part. So we're going to work from head to toe. So shoulders down and back. Bring your ear over to the left side. With your left arm, reach up and bring your head into your hands. So hold. You're not really pulling your head over. You're pressing your head up into your hands. Close your eyes. 2 breaths here. Perfect. Now bring the right arm back behind you and bring your head over to the right. I think I said that wrong. Left arm behind you. Anyway, opposite way. So stretch through the muscles in your neck. We tend to hold so much stress in traps and in your neck. So, yep, bring your head over to the right. Look down at the shoulder. Bring your ear to the shoulder. Good. And then bring your neck forward and straight. Now bring your head over to the other side. Oh, sorry, opposite side. And then bring that right arm up. And instead of, because it kind of looks like I'm pulling my head over, but I'm not. I'm pushing my head up into my hand. So hold there. Give me 2 breaths in just like that. And of course, if you have any pain in your neck, back away just a little bit, but stretch. Then bring your right arm back. kind of wiggle your hand up to the small or the middle of your back. Bring your head back over your shoulders, because we tend to kind of hang forward with our head. So head over the shoulders, left shoulder, or left ear to your left shoulder. Look down at your shoulder, ear to the shoulder. Really good job, you guys. And then we're going to do one full neck circle. So as you circle, I want you to feel that neck. And if there's one spot that you feel tight in, please stay there and just stretch. So roll the other direction. Big breath in, big breath out, stretching through your neck. Moving into the shoulders, shoulders up, down, and back, and then reverse. Up, down, and back. Perfect. Come onto all fours. Your hands are going to have you. I'm going to turn sideways again, but I want you to reach your left arm under. We call this threading the needle, but rest on that left shoulder and look up to the ceiling. You can push off on this right arm or right hand and press up toward the ceiling and twist. Now if you press that lower arm into the floor, you're going to feel a better stretch. And if you lower your shoulders away from your ears, you're going to feel a better stretch. So hold here. Let's do 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Twisting, looking, and switch sides. Left hand has you, right arm reaches underneath. You could also lengthen that arm up if you want to. Perfect. And lower. Another shoulder stretch is to come onto the floor. Your left arm is at a 90-degree angle, and your right leg is going to lift up and over. You can rest your head on the floor if you want to, or you can let your head hover, but it's amazing the stretch you're going to feel in the front part of that shoulder as you twist back with that bent arm. And please pause this and hold this as long as you need to. We're going to switch sides. Right arm comes into a 90-degree angle, and then bring that left leg up and over and hold there for a couple breaths. I'd love for you to try this, because if you see it, it doesn't seem like that hard of a stretch, but trust me, it isolates your chest and your shoulders, and you'll feel that. Big breath in and out. Perfect. Nice job. We're going to come back onto all fours, so push yourself up onto all fours. Hold here. We're going to push your back up to the ceiling. Come back to a natural arch. You're going to bring your right shoulder to your right hip, left shoulder to your left hip, and perfect. And hold there. We're going to move into your hips. So I'm going to face you. You're on all fours. Your right leg comes forward. We're going to come onto your left knee and make plenty of padding for your knee. So if you're on a hard surface, make sure that that knee is padded up. We're going to come forward so the hands have you. You can walk this leg out just a little bit if you want to, but I want you to lower your elbows back so you're feeling that stretch through your hips. Some of you will feel a stretch here. Others, you may have to go a little lower. So we're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Each breath, or each stretch, each hold, we're going to hold about 5 breaths, each position, each pose. You can also lift that right heel up and go a little lower. Maybe you can press those elbows into the floor. Now bring your back leg up. So first you're going to reach back with your right arm. And if you cannot reach for that leg, it's fine. Just bring your heel up to the glute. You might be able to, if you come onto the hand, reach for that leg behind you and pull that leg in, stretching through your quads. So great stretch. Hold there. We're going to do the same stretch. You're just going to switch arms. So now right hand has you, left arm back, and just pull that leg in, stretching through your quad, which tends to be a little tight. Nice job, you guys. Let's do one more breath. Still working into your hips here. Your hands have you. Your right leg is going to cross your body, and you're going to work on bringing your foot down to the floor, sink into your elbows, look over your right shoulder, and hold there, stretch, and then come back into down dog. Walk it out, press those heels into the floor. Perfect. Step forward with your left leg. Bring the back knee to the floor. Awesome work. Let's do a big breath in. Arms come up, inhale. And then exhale, come forward, hands have you. And then whatever works for you, right? So elbows can have you, or you could just stay here. But wherever you are, think of letting those hips fall forward. Focus on your breath. 2 more breaths. Good, 1 more breath. Reach back with that left arm. See if you could reach for that foot. If not, it's okay. You can look up over that left shoulder, stretching through the quad. Palm comes up, one option. Another option is to be on your hand. Wherever you find a quad stretch is just fine. Reach back with your right arm and bring that heel a little bit closer to the glute. Stretching through your quads. Nice job, you guys. Come back, come onto the knees, come onto your glutes, and have a seat. Bring the legs forward, shake out those legs. You've done amazing so far, and you're almost done. So we're gonna just walk your hands out. You're going to maybe bring your hands on your quads, maybe on your shins, doesn't really matter. Just find your best hamstring stretch. So think about lengthening with your chin forward, your shoulders down and back, and just relaxing forward, allowing those muscles to stretch and open. And then you're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. You're going to pick up your right leg. Your first option is to bend that right foot right into the quad, right into your quad here, your inner thigh. Second would be to pick that foot up and cross it over the other leg as you stretch into your hips. And then another option would be to go pick up that foot and bring it up to you. But I can tell you that my posture is sacrificed a little bit. So when I come forward, I have a hard time sitting up nice and straight. So you do whatever works for you into this hip stretch. So you might be forward with your hips. You might come back here and lift. Shoulders down and back. Let's do 2 more big breaths in, big breaths out. Keeping your foot flexed always helps protect your knee. So something to think about. 1 more breath in. And exhale. Good job. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So right leg is down on the ground, left leg is up. Maybe you're just leaning forward, stretching through that left hip. Maybe this leg is on top of the other. You're stretching through the hip. And maybe you're trying to bring that knee in toward the chest. So wherever you are, just fine. Shoulders down and back. Lift your best hip stretch here. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale big. 1 more breath. And exhale. Nice. And come back up. Bring your feet together. Bring your knees out. You're going to bring your left arm under and your right arm under. You're just going to lengthen from the glutes, drawing the shoulders down and lean forward. So this will look different for every one of us, and it's fine. I think it's very important for you to think about just accepting yourself where you are and know that that's perfect for you, right? So let's hold here for 3 breaths. Really good job. We're going to bring the knees in, and we have 1 more little working exercise because I want you to have a strong core, and you've already worked your lower back, so now we want to work your belly muscles. So you can bring your hands behind your legs and just roll yourself into the floor, rest your head into the floor, and you're just going to drop your right heel to the floor 8 times. So we're going to go 7 more, lift, 6, up, and draw your knee away from you. Perfect. We have 4 more. Just 4, lift, 3, and at the same time as that leg comes out, pull your belly in toward the floor. Good. Before we switch sides, bring your knees into your hands. I want you to press your knees into your hands at the same time, pressing your hands into the knees. Hold here for 2 breaths to the point where you're almost shaking. 1 more breath, and then switch sides. Good. So left heel comes down and then comes up, and left heel comes down. What I was going to tell you is the further your right knee comes away from you, the harder you're going to work. And keep that belly pressed down into the floor. Let's just do 3 more. So 3, lift, 2, lift, and 1. Perfect. Rest your head in the hands, straighten through the legs, scissor your legs, So we just have 8, switch, 7, floor, 4, switch, 3, switch, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to hold. And you have some options here. You're going to rock and roll. You're going to come up and hold the legs out here, here, or here. So it's totally fine wherever you are. Let's just hold for 4 breaths. Your best isometric hold. Isometric just means we're holding still and we're breathing. Challenge those abs. Good. Bring the knees in, and then you're going to shoot the legs straight out from you. So bring those legs out, hover the hands above the quads, hold here for 4 breaths. Good job, you guys. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Knees in and rest. Good job through your abdominals. Hold there. Good. Roll right over onto your belly for a little lower back stretch. You're going to rest your head in your hands, bend through the legs, drop the legs over to one side, drop the legs over to the other side. So just rest into the floor. This is going to feel really good for your lower back. Big breaths in, big breaths out. At the end of a little workout, I like to think of putting your back together. So I always think of that. We're going to continue stretching through that low back. Bring the right arm forward or the left arm forward. Come back onto your back. Bring your knees in. Hold here and stretch. And now bring your left foot on the floor. Your right leg comes up and over, and draw your knee into the floor, into the center. So hold right there. Bring the arms up over your head. So you're stretching the hip flexor as it runs above your hip. And hold there as long as you need to. Again, pausing this video anytime you need to. Stretching those psoas muscles. Switch sides, drawing the left leg on the outside of that knee. Bring that knee forward. Bringing the arms up over your head just helps you lengthen through those hip flexors. You might even reach for that hip and feel those muscles. See if they're tight. Reaching up over the head. 1 more big breath in and out. Good. Now the right leg is straight, the left knee comes in and holds there. Extend the leg up, stretching through your hamstring 1 more time. So you may just grab the back of the knee, bring it in. You may be able to reach for your toes. Wherever you are is just perfect. Now you're going to cross that leg over on top and look over at the left side. So legs over to one side, look in the opposite direction. You can also keep your knee bent. So just roll into that side and then switch sides and hold that stretch too as long as you need to. So other side, looking in the opposite direction as that leg. Maybe you can reach for your toes. Maybe you can press that shoulder back into the floor. So you're looking in the opposite direction as your feet. And you're going to hold right there. Big breath in, big breath out. Rest in the most comfortable position for you. So these 3 breaths are just for you. And you can take more than 3 breaths, but hold here. Think about just recovering, relaxing into the floor. 1 more breath. Perfect. You're going to roll your knees to the one side and you're going to come up to a sitting position. So I just want you to sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders down and back, and picture a spot in the top of your head. And through that spot in the top of your head, you're going to let in this positive flow of energy. So you're going to inhale, and then through this tiny space between your eyebrows, you're going to let go. Alright, but as you do this, as you inhale, you're going to bring your hands in. So you're inhaling the good, and then you're exhaling stuff you need to get rid of. So you're going to exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Again, this can be kind of a powerful move for you as you let go of stuff that you need to. We're going to do 4 more, 4 and 3. Perfect. Let's just bring your arms up over your head. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. So hands right here. One more time. Think of positive energy coming in. Exhaling stuff you need to get rid of. Eyes closed. One more big breath in. Bigger breath out. Perfect. You're going to come forward now onto your hands and onto your elbows. I'm going to turn to the side here, but you're going to hold here onto the elbows. You're going to extend your toes underneath you, so you're activating your toes. Your shoulders come down and back. You're on your forearms, and you're going to lift your tailbone up to the ceiling, pressing those heels down, looking down at your belly button, lifting through the heels, walking your feet into dolphin. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. With each breath, squeeze that belly in. Good. Knees have you, hands have you. You're going to now come into a perch position or a Buddha squat, or I've heard it called lots of different things, but your goal here is to try to bring your heels into the floor and your hands next to the heart. So whatever works for you, shoulders down and back. It might just be a nice inner thigh stretch. Hold here. Your options are to hold here. If you have knee issues or any knee issues, you're not going to go into a deep squat at all. But you're going to hold. You might want to just come into an inner thigh stretch. You may want to come into an arm balance where your knees come up on your triceps. You pull your belly up and in, and you hold here for just a moment. Good. Your feet have you. Lengthen through the legs. One more time, everybody. Your head comes out side to side, up and down. Hands come up onto your hips. And you're going to come up with a flat back, but think of lengthening through the spine because you should feel longer, taller than when you first started your workout today. You did amazing. Let's take a big breath in, arms up, inhale. And then let's exhale. Show the good in me, sees the good in you. Go do some good today. You did great. Thanks for taking this time for yourself to feel better. Namaste.